Hello, I'm the J-Man. Welcome to the J-Man Movie Buzz for the year 2013. Here is some new movies that I'd like to review, starting with Les Miserables with Hugh Jackman, Russell Crowe, Anne Hathaway, Amanda Seyfried, Sacha Baron Cohen, and Helena Bonham Carter. This is based on the Broadway play, and they all sing live. This is based on a book by Victor Hugo, and the synopsis is: Les Miserables tells an enthralling story of broken dreams and unrequited love, passion, sacrifice, and redemption, a timeless testament to the survival of the human spirit. Jackman plays ex-prisoner John Valjean, hunted for decades by the ruthless policeman Javert Crowe after he breaks parole. When Valjean agrees to care for factory worker Frantine's Hathaway young daughter Cosette, their lives change forever. In December 2012, the world's longest-running musical brings its power to the big screen in Tom Hooper's sweeping and spectacular interpretation of Victor Hugo's epic tale. That's Les Miserables. And this is the disc looks like. Next one is Hitchcock, which is got Helen Mirren and Anthony Hopkins, Toni Collette, Jessica Biel, and it's about the making of Psycho. And the synopsis is: behind every psycho is a great woman. Hitchcock is a love story about one of the most influential filmmakers of the last century, Alfred Hitchcock, and his wife and partner, Alma Reville. The film takes place during the making of Hitchcock's seminal movie Psycho. Next one is Gangster Squad, which has got Emma Stone in there, Ryan Gosling, Sean Penn, Josh Brolin. And the synopsis is: in Los Angeles, 1949, ruthless Brooklyn-born mob king Mickey Cohen, Sean Penn, runs the show in this town, reaping the ill-gotten gains from the drugs, the guns, the prostitutes, and if he has his way, every wire bet placed west of Chicago. And he does it all with the protection of not only his own paid goons, but also the police and the politicians who are under his control. It's enough to intimidate even the bravest street-hardened cop, except perhaps for the small secret crew of LAPD outsiders led by Sergeant John O'Mara, Josh Brolin, and Jerry Reuters, Ryan Gosling, who come together to try to tear Cohen's world apart. That's Gangster Squad. Next one is Skyfall. The tagline is same number, same name, new game. 007, when the sky falls, only one man is left standing. I don't want to read it to you, it's a bit too long, but I'll just show you the disc. I'll just read the top part. Daniel Craig is back as James Bond 007 in Skyfall, the 23rd adventure in the longest-running film franchise of all time. In Skyfall, Bond's loyalty to M, Judi Dench, is tested as her past comes back to haunt her. As MI6 comes under attack, 007 must track down and destroy the threat, no matter how personal the cost. That's a little bit of the story of Skyfall. Next one is Life of Pi, which is directed by Ang Lee. The synopsis is: Based on the best-selling novel by Jan Mattel, is a magical adventure story centering on Pai Patel, the precocious son of a zookeeper. Dwellers in Pondicherry, India, the family decides to move to Canada, hitching a ride on a huge freighter. After a shipwreck, Pai finds himself adrift in the Pacific Ocean on a 26-foot lifeboat with a zebra, a hyena, an orangutan, and a 450-pound Bengal tiger named Richard Parker, all fighting for survival. That's the story of Life of Pi. Is the disc. Next one is The Paperboy, which has got Zac Efron, Nicole Kidman, John Cusack, Matthew McConaughey. The blurb is a bit too big, so I'll show you the disc again. That's The Paperboy. Next one is Robot and Frank. It's got Frank Langella, James Marsden, Liv Tyler, Susan Sarandon. If you want to hear the story, here's the review. No, here's the synopsis. In the near future, Frank, a retired cat burglar, has 2 grown kids who are concerned he can no longer live alone. They attempted to place him in a nursing home until Frank's son chooses a different option. Against the old man's wishes, he buys Frank a walking, talking humanoid robot programmed to improve his physical and mental health. What follows is an often hilarious and heartwarming story about finding friends and family in the most unexpected places. Here's the disc of Robot and Frank. Next one is The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, which has got Martin Freeman, Cate Blanchett, Ken Stott, James Nesbitt, Richard Armitage, Hugo Weaving, Elijah Wood. The blurb is a bit too big. It's like the prequel to Lord of the Rings. Here's the disc, looks like The Hobbit. Next one is Silver Linings Playbook, which is directed by David O. Russell. A little bit of trivia about David O. Russell guest starred in Gossip Girl in the beginning of Gossip Girl season 5. And also this movie has Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro, Jackie Weaver, Chris Tucker. Here's the disc. And that's called Silver Linings Playbook. This one I bought at JB Hi-Fi. It's called Mental. It's got Toni Collette, Anthony LaPaglia, Liev Schreiber, Rebecca Gibney. It's from the director of Muriel's Wedding, P.J. Hogan. Here's the synopsis of Mental. The Muchmore girls are certain they all suffer from some kind of undiagnosed mental illness. Because if they're not crazy, then they're just unpopular. Their mother Shirley, Rebecca Gibney, unable to cope with her demanding daughters and unsupported by her philandering politician husband Barry, Anthony LaPaglia, suffers a nervous breakdown. After Barry commits his wife to a mental hospital, telling his constituents that she's on holiday, he finds himself alone with 5 teenage girls he barely knows. Desperate, he impulsively picks up a hitchhiker named Shaz, Colette, and installs her in his home as nanny to his daughters. It's like The Sound of Music on acid. Here's a disc for Mental. The second last one is The Impossible with Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor. This is about the tsunami. One family's incredible true story. Here's the synopsis of The Impossible. Maria, Naomi Watts, Henry, Ewan McGregor, and their 3 sons begin their winter vacation in Thailand, looking forward to a few days in tropical paradise. But on the morning of December 26th, as the family relaxes around the pool after their Christmas festivities the night before, a terrifying roar rises up from the center of the earth. As Maria freezes in fear, a huge wall of black water races across the hotel grounds toward her. Based on a true story, The Impossible is the unforgettable account of a family caught with tens of thousands of strangers in the mayhem of one of the worst natural catastrophes of our time. This is pretty sad. This is about the tsunami in Thailand. Here's the disc for The Impossible. The last movie for today is This Is 40 with Leslie Mann and Paul Rudd. This is directed by Judd Apatow, who did Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Knocked Up. The synopsis is an original comedy that expands upon the story of Pete and Debbie from the blockbuster hit Knocked Up, as we see firsthand how they are dealing with their current state of life. After years of marriage, Pete lives in a house with all females, with Debbie and their 2 daughters, 8-year-old Charlotte and 13-year-old Sadie. As he struggles to keep his record label afloat, he and Debbie must figure out how to forgive, forget, and enjoy the rest of their lives before they kill each other. This Is 40. The reviews. Have I got any more? No. The movies I reviewed today are This Is 40, The Impossible, Mental, Silver Linings Playbook, The Hobbit, Robot and Frank, Les Miserables, Hitchcock, Gangster Squad, Skyfall, Life of Pi, and The Paperboy. I'm the J-Man saying bye, peace out, and climb every mountain. Bye.